Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to the world of agents. Welcome here to the Weber Live workshop. So I would like to invite everyone to remain on mute modality, which is very important. We're starting today our last workshop of 2022. So this year we had 107 workshops. And we are coming out to an end of the year, and I hope that everyone is very healthy, which is the most important part in our world, in our life. Here is 7:08 in London, and we start the workshop in about 1 minute, so everyone should remain on mute modality. If you're not on mute modality, we have always to go back and put you on mute modality. So thank you very much, everyone, to attend today. Always nice to see so many familiar faces from around the world. Is excellent that we reach as well today around 40 agents. I would like to see if everyone is here with us today. Let me check. I can see that my colleague from China, Lina, is as well here. Hello, Lina. How are you today?
Hello, Richard. Hello, everyone. I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. Thank you. How is everything in China at the moment?
Everything is great. I just recovered from my first COVID. And I think from now, yeah, things can go better.
Fantastic. So I know the feeling of the COVID. I had twice COVID as well myself. So I know that it is not an easy time, but it's good to know that you're feeling much better. And thank you very much to be back at Weber for this live workshop. We still continue to receive new agents who just joined us. Thank you very much to everyone. I can see a lot of familiar faces as well from different countries. I will not start to mention any country, but please remain on mute modality. I still need to continue to unmute some people. So let me start with the first representative from Rutherford School. Let's start with lady first. Mamouche, hello, how are you? How is everything in Canada and what time is over there?
Hi, Richard. Hi, everyone. Right now it's 2:08 a.m.
Voila. So nice. I think I make you wake up very early this morning to you, and the feeling I wake up 5 o'clock as well. So this is our world today. You know, everything is changed. Before we had to travel a lot around the world to meet the agents, and now we can organize everything at once. With an online workshop, but logically we have some difficulties sometimes. We have to wake up very early in the morning to meet the people from around the world, which are very far away.
Absolutely, but it's our pleasure to be here and talk about our school in Canada.
Fantastic. I can see that as well. Igor is available. Hello, Igor. How are you today?
Hello, Richard. Hello, everyone. Amazing. It's amazing workshop. I'm very excited. So many people came to listen about Rutherford School, and we would be glad to share information about us, about our experience, and what we want to offer to community of professional people who is inviting education for many years.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you very much. So I think that we can start with the workshop now. Again, I will explain to all the agents how we will work today. First of all, we will start with the presentation, and below there is a chat system. If you have any questions, just put your question down on the chat system and remain as usual in mute modality. Logically, give us time to give the presentation first before to start to asking all the different questions. Now, before to start with this workshop with Rutherford School located in Toronto, state of Ontario in Canada, I would like to inform everyone that there is a small niche in the market which we want to try to explain to you today, because Rutherford School is a school who offer the entry in Canada from high school students to adult students. So I will start from the adult students, just for your information. In Canada, there is a diploma which is called the ossd. It's the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, which is a one-year program. And it's similar like in the UK, which we call this foundation. So that means that Rutherford School is able to welcome students, adult students, to do the ossd diploma in Canada before to entry into the Canadian university. So this will give you the opportunity for you to receive the commission, because this is in the end the most important part. Now, the great advantage is that the school is eligible to welcome international students for doing the ossd diploma, which again, I will repeat, is similar like the foundation, which you usually use when you send a student with an academic law to the UK, or a student with an academic level law, I don't know, to the United States or to Australia. They will start with the first year, which is the foundation. So say this, Igor, you are more than welcome to start with the presentation. You can share the screen. Mamush can share the screen. We have 45 agents at the moment. We have more in pipeline that are just enrolling at the moment. So you are more than welcome to start with the presentation, and all the agents, please remain on mute modality. The event is recorded, so that means that at the end of the workshop, we will send to all of you a copy of the recorded workshop, and you will be able to share this recorded workshop to the rest of your team and your staff working with you. Now, we have as well an excellent opportunity today, because all the agents who will start to work with Rutherford School and decide that, let's say, until the end of December, they will receive an extra commission. And I like to start in a different way, not always in the end, but I want to start in the beginning with this part. And I already talked to this with Igor about the commission. Igor, can you tell me a little bit how much is the commission that the agent will receive for the adult program, or as well for the high school students program?
Okay. Okay, Richard, you changed a little bit of presentation, but because it's interactive, it's live presentation. It's very, sorry guys, it's very easy to accommodate your request. For commission, usually we have bronze plan, gold plan, and platinum plan. I talked with Richard, and Richard told me, Igor, it's the end of the COVID, December of 2022, coming 2023. You have to be attractive. I want to be attractive, and we are here together to make a business. To make a business, I knew how hard it is to do marketing. I knew exactly how much is complicated to do follow-up with the students, and I want to appreciate your business, guys. And the business is, instead of bronze, silver, and a gold plan, we gradually raise up with the commission fee. Today, we have a special offer for you. We are agreed to starting from 20% of 5,000 for each student, which would be registered in academic school year 23-24. We are agreed to pay additional 10% commission fee for students who would stay with us for a second year. And for students who would stay with us for the third year is additional 5% of the last year of student of working with us.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you very much for.
Yeah, and Richard, give me a sec. As you mentioned before, we are official designated learning institute. Because we are official designated learning institute and we have a good reputation with Ministry of Immigration, we have experience. We offer letter of acceptance for adult students. The adult students we have today experience up to age of 23. And university prep program, you name it, university foundation, we name it university prep program. For people who is already graduated from the high school, for people who have some working experience but decide to be admitted to Canadian college or university. These people doesn't have any Canadian experience. And what we are doing as a school, we're doing extracurriculum program. We are doing foundation program. The students may add with us 6 credits and get Ontario Secondary School diploma. It gives the advantage for us people because you may register to Seneca College, to Centennial College, to George Brown College through the pathway of the Rutherford School. Definitely, we are working not just with the colleges, we are working with the universities. You have the opportunity to work with us with the Waterloo University, University of Toronto, York University, Prestige Schulich School, and so on. Yes, Richard, if you have more questions.
Thank you very much, Igor. Before that, we should start. Lina, maybe you can give a short introduction in 1 minute to our Chinese colleague.
Yes. 那今天我们欢迎来自加拿大的卢瑟福学校的CEO， 还有他们的老师来给我们介绍一下他们学校的一个课程。那么这个学校呢，它是加拿大的一所私立学校，他们向全世界各地的学生提供 ossd 的文凭。那大家应该对 ossd 是比较熟悉的，就是我们的安省高中毕业证书。那么这个相当于是像其他国家的一个大学预科的一个文凭。那么如果是学生想要申请大学的话呢，他如果有一个 ossd 的话，那是非常容易得到一个大学录取的。那么的话，我们给到代理的这个佣金的话也是很高的，因为学校的话觉得我们代理的话要打开市场，然后要把我们的这个课程销售出去也是非常辛苦的。那么的话会根据大家招生的一个成绩的话呢，他们的佣金会有3个不一样的阶梯，就是金银铜。那么刚刚的话，我们在PPT 上面也有显示到我们每一个等级的这个代理得到的佣金的它的这个比例是多少。那么这边的话，数字上我就不在这边重复了。待会儿的话，我们也会把这个 PPT 进行回放，大家可以就是记一下，大概我们的佣金的这个分成是多少。那下面的话呢，老师会就是给大家具体来介绍一下我们的具体的课程。那么他们学校除了就是给普通的中学生、国际生提供这个 ossd 课程以外呢，也会给一些成人的学生，如果他有些成人是已经工作了，但是他可能想要一个大学的文凭，或者是入读加拿大的大学的话，那他也有机会来学校参加他们的课程，然后拿到 ossd 的文凭。Okay, thank you. Please continue.
Thank you very much, Lina. Thank you very much, as usual. Excellent translation in Chinese for our Chinese colleague. So we are here with agents from all around the world. And thank you very much, first of all, for all of you to attend today's workshop. I think it's a very interesting workshop because we're talking about how to enter in Canada for younger students, high school students, and adult students. So we started now with Igor explaining us about the commission and explaining us the great advantage to come at Rutherford School. I think now that we are ready to start officially with the presentation. Everyone is inside. So please, Mamush or Igor, you are more than welcome to start.
Mirnos, do you want to start it from the first slide?
I believe we need to continue from here, right?
Okay, let's continue from here. Dear colleagues, today in Canada was announced the Canada looking for 1.5 million new immigrants. It's a great opportunity. Every year up to 2025, the Canadian government agreed to accept 500,000 people starting from January 2022. To be in Canada, it's not enough. You have to be in Canada, and me and Mirnush, we may share this information with you because I came to Canada almost 30 years ago. I grew up in Canada as a specialist. I grew up in Canada as a business person. I grew up in Canada as a successful person. I am the dad of 2 kids, 2 daughters, one is 35 years old, another one 25 years old, fully Canadian girls, fully successful. And this is exactly how I may help to your clients who in the age of, from the high school up to age of 23 years old, to be Canadian, to be successful, and in the future, to guarantee sustained income for him, herself, and for full family. Canadian high school diploma. What is it, Canadian high school diploma? Mirnosh, move forward. It's Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Ontario Secondary School Diploma, compared to IB, accommodate every year much more people. Canadian curriculum or Ontario curriculum designated as one of the best curriculum. As a teacher of hard subject of math, I may guarantee the Canadian curriculum of math is comparable to AP curriculum and to IB curriculum. To get acceptance to prestigious university in Canada, USA, and UK, it's not enough just to speak English. You have to be ready with all prerequisite subjects. Our students today continue studies in all universities in Canada. We have many students in American university. We have students with ossd, graduated from Rutherford School, in the European universities and universities of UK. When I'm talking about success, what is it success? For me, success is the number four. Apply for work permit and permanent residency. I name it reverse method of education. If I knew exactly my goal, I knew what do I have to do to get in a step 4 to be successful. I have to be graduated from the university. Is my step 3, is the ladder. What do I have to be to graduated from prestigious university? What do I have to do to be graduated from university, which the job is on demand? I have to be in Canada, I have to get ossd, and somebody have to help me to be accepted for by college, by university. My step one is me and you guys. Me and you, we make guarantee for people who starting from Rutherford private school, get letter of acceptance from Rutherford private school, get the study permit, may go by the ladder to be successful. We consider ourselves as a bridge, is the bridge from your home country to Canada.
Igor, thank you very much for this short introduction. I think this is a very important part, and we can stop here a second. Let me explain to the agents. Now, you have the opportunity to enroll your students at Rutherford School. If you have high school students from from which grade, Memush, they can start? Grade 7, grade 8, what is the minimum grade?
Grade 9, we have some program for grade 8 Reach Ahead program if they are capable to be in grade 9 high school.
Okay, so they can start on grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. And this is easy. They do this work since many years, and they welcome international students from everywhere. They have as well a good number of students coming from Iran. They have students coming from South Asia, students coming from South America. So they have a very good mix of students inside in the school. Now,
Richard, I want just to add, for young students who is grade 7 and 8, we have a great experience. Students are coming with parents.
Okay.
And the parents may stay in Canada with visa up to 5 years.
Excellent, excellent. This is very important as well to mention. But the discussion here today is many agents, they have difficulty to send students to Canada. First of all, because they don't have agreement with Canadian University. So this is let's say the main discussion that we always have at WEBA when we talk with agents, because they don't have a direct agreement with university. So, but they have a lot of requests of students who want to go to Canada. So we have to find the bridge. And here you just built this bridge. And I have to make congratulations to the one who prepared this presentation, because this gave really the concept of the workshop today. So you don't have the agreement with the Canadian University, but you want to send the students to Canada. Now we have the bridge. The bridge is Rutherford School. That means Rutherford School receive the confirmation tell me if I'm wrong, Igor, from the Ministry of Education, that you can welcome international students for adult students to do the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. If you Google, you will find if you can put ossd diploma, Ontario Secondary School Diploma, and you will find all the information from the Ministry of Education. Igor, is this correct that you received the approval that students can come to Rutherford School for international students?
We are designated learning institute as a private school. We are registered with Ministry of Education from 2005. And we have students in the age group from 12 years old, who is the student just of grade 7, up to 23 years old, the adult education, who is coming to Canada to be ready to be accepted to Canadian College University. So this is the bridge. This is the helping us to work together. Because when we are talking about the young students, definitely the students are young students, grade 7, 8, coming with parents. But when we are talking about people who is graduated from school already, 18 years old to 23 years old, these people may make a decision by themselves. And this is exactly the public which is looking forward to stay in Canada, because our letter of acceptance that guarantee study permit and later on working permit as well. We may guarantee 100% acceptance to Canadian college. We may guarantee 100% acceptance to Canadian university based on request of your students.
Thank you very much, Igor. Sorry, I just had to unmute everyone. Very important, please remain on mute modality. I know sometimes it happens that someone is on mute themselves. There is no problem at all. So this is the main part. So to do the ossd diploma, it's a 1-year program usually. Logically, what is the minimum entry requirement, Mamouche? This is very, very important to explain to the agent what is the entry requirement for students who want to do directly the ossd diploma.
So for OSSD, if they are younger student in age of 13 to 18. So if they want to go to grade 9, we need the completion of grade 8. Or if they are in higher level of high school, we need the official English translated transcript to do equivalency, because to be eligible to receive OSSD, each student must earn 30 high school credit courses. So in this case, we are eligible. We have that authority from Ontario Ministry of Education to give them, to do the equivalency and give them the high school credits based on the previous education. And then as with the same grade in Canada, we offer 8 credits in each academic school year to students. For adult, we need because we need they need just to repeat or kind of get some more credit in grade 12. So they have to have some let's say IELTS 5.5, anything equal to that with Duolingo, TOEFL, IELTS, what other English equivalency, and then we need to do equivalency for previous high school years, and then provide them 6 to 8 credits to get OSSD, and then help them to apply for Ontario colleges or any Canadian or universities and Ontario colleges.
Let me explain this, what she say in a technical way. All your students, they need to have an English level 5.5 in IELTS in all the 4 components, okay? This is the requirement. Logically, they accept as well TOEFL, Cambridge, Duolingo. Duolingo usually is 110. So for every single candidate, anyway, there will be an interview. So after the application, it will be done an interview. And how will be the interview running, Igor? After you receive an application, can you please explain what happened after this?
After we receive application, we are asking from potential students to be with us on Zoom. I have a specialist of English who's supposed to certify the English skills. We have mini exam in the subject of math. English and math usually are two prerequisites to any college or university program. And everything else, if the person may demonstrate skills to understand English, to communicate by English, and demonstrate skills to understand minimum language of math, we are agree to start working together, and we do everything to help you and to help to your students to be in desired program.
What is
So
very
we are going on Zoom, we are doing test of English, we are doing test of math. If everything is successful, we are offering letter of acceptance.
fantastic. This is a very important part. So your students will receive a letter of acceptance from Rutherford School to enter in Canada and to do, let's say, the pre-university entrance or foundation.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Richard. We are on the same page. After assessment test, after letter of acceptance, everything is ready for immigration process. Everything is ready to start with Ministry of Education to get the study permit, and after to get the working permit.
Exactly. So now to enter into the Canadian university, Rutherford School will assist the students to enter into, in Ontario, there is a system called 101. That means that you will find about 40, 50 universities which they can enter. But in order to enter directly, they need to do the ossd diploma. What is the biggest advantage? Now, when a student study in Canada, he becomes technically a Canadian student. So they have a priority to enter into the university compared to international students who apply directly. So your advantage is, one is you apply at Rutherford School, you get the commission. So this is number one, absolutely in business-wise. Number two, your students will have a great advantage because they will be calculated as a Canadian students. They will pay the international fee, yes, but they will calculate it as a Canadian student because they are already 1 year in Canada. So the university, if they have, let's say, 200 spots available, they will give 150 first to students who study in Canada, and the remain 50 to international students. So this is a very, very important point. Let's presume you have a very interesting students who say, okay, I want to go in this direction. I want to do a medical university, but many medical universities are full booked out, a waiting list for international students. So you have to wait 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Now, if you send the students to do the ossd diploma, he will have a direct entry. So the process will be much faster and as well successful. So this is the great advantage to work with Rutherford School, because they have created this bridge. So students until the age of 23, and it's very important to say 23. So a student who is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, they can enter at Rutherford School, do this year and get the ossd diploma, and then entry directly at the university. Logically, when you will get the commission during the year one, when you enroll your student at Rutherford School, you will not get the commission from the University of Toronto, for example, or the University of Vancouver. I make an example, but you will receive the commission on the first year directly from Rutherford School. This is the only way, because I know that many of you do not have a direct agreement with university in Canada, and it will be very, very difficult in the future that Canadian university in the level of University of Toronto, etc., will open the door to new agents to have an agreement. So maybe Lina, 1 minute, try to shortcut a little bit. Can you explain this important part to our Chinese colleague in Chinese? In the meantime, I'm thinking how to move forward in cooperating with you. Lina, it's all yours.
Yes. 那么我们的卢瑟福学校的话呢，它是在我们的加拿大。那现在加拿大的话，对移民的那个需求是挺大的，就是每年的话，他们都要引入大量的移民。所以的话呢，其实很多的家长也希望是把自己的孩子送到加拿大去，但是不是那么的容易，就是 那么如果是直接，我们直接申请加拿大的大学的话，其实是挺难的。但是的话，如果我们先入读加拿大的高中，就比如说我们的鲁瑟福私立学校的话呢，那么学生的话，他有更大的可能性会进入到我们加拿大顶尖的大学，甚至是国外像美国呀、北美呀、英国呀其他的比较排名比较靠前的大学。因为的话，在加拿大，我们的安省它的是一个教育大省，那么在安省的这个教育系统里面提供的 ossd 的话，它的含金量是非常高的。就是学生如果是拿到我们的 ossd 的话，他申请加拿大本土的名牌大学或者是世界各地的名牌大学，它的这个录取的成功率是非常的高。基本上他们都是100%的一个大学的录取率。那么现在的话呢，就是我们对申请的学生的要求的话是，如果你是13到18岁，就是非成人的学生，那么的话我们是会需要查看你之前学校的那个成绩单。那么学校的话呢，会需要看到你之前的一个学业的成绩来决定，就是你还要修多少学分，因为我们是必须要修满30个学分，才能够拿到我们的 ossd 的。然后如果是18岁以上的成人的话呢，那我们会需要提供一个语言的成绩，大概是在雅思的5.5分左右的一个这样子的水平。当然你也可以提供托福或者是多邻国的成绩，但是大概的水平的话，我们是在雅思的5.5分左右。然后的话，除了这一些要求以外呢，你提供的资料的话，然后校方的话会需要给学生做一个线上的面试。那么在这个面试过程中呢，我们通过交谈会了解到学生你的这个语言是否已经达到了这个入学的一个要求。那至少的话，你要有一些基本的能够进行一些基本的交流，能够互相听懂这样子。然后所有这些 OK 了以后，学校会给学生寄一个书面的录取通知书，那么你就开始可以申请你的这个入学的签证了，然后就可以成功的到加拿大来入读。然后的话，学校会根据你的情况给你安排合适的课程，然后让你能够享受加拿大本土学生所享受到的这个入大学的一个优先的一个录取。因为像国际生如果是直接在你的国家来申请加拿大的大学的话呢，它实际上是会对你的要求会更高一些。但是如果是本土生，加拿大的本土学生申请大学，他们会有一些优先权。所以的话，如果你入读加拿大的私立学校，那么你们马上就会被注册到本地学生的这个学生系统里面。那你相当你享受的待遇的话，就跟本土生是一模一样的了。这样子你申请大学的时候，你的成功率会更高一些。Thank you very much. Please continue.
Thank you very much. I mean, I'm always surprising how fast you are in translating everything what we say. I have to say congratulations, Lina. Really, this year you were excellent with all the presentation and translation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a world of 6 billion people living here, so we speak different language. Mamush as well, she speaks different language. I have a question to you out of the... If you tell me the 6 country international students you have at Rutherford, we have Kazakhstan, Iran, Russia,
Mexico,
Vietnam,
Vietnam, China. Saudi, Turkey, Pakistan.
So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is an international school, and I want to go back shortly to DLI. Can you explain this, Igor? You put on the chat system, you said we are an official DLI. What is the meaning of DLI? I mean, you know, I'm Swiss.
DLI is Designated Learning Institute.
Perfect.
To offer letter of acceptance, you have to be official DLI. If you are not official DLI, your letter of acceptance technically doesn't have real value.
Perfect. This is something that I wanted to understand. I was clear with this, but I want just to share this to all the agents. Yeah. We are reaching now 60 agents, 60. So thank you everyone to join us today. We are with Rutherford School. Rutherford School has created the bridge to enter into the Canadian university, and this is something unique. So take this opportunity, and you will have many students who will be interested to go to Canada, because I know that many of you doesn't have an agreement with Canadian university. So this is the way that you can get the commission, which is fundamental, and B, make sure that your students will then enter into the Canadian university, because Rutherford School is assisting all these students. There are a destination learning institute, and is officially recognized from the Ministry of Education, and every student will receive a letter of acceptance.
Richard, designated learning institute recognized by Ministry of Immigration.
Thank you very much to point.
Because the visa is authority of Ministry of Immigration.
Yeah.
And BSID number is Ontario school number. We got it from Ministry of Education. To be accepted to university, you have to be registered with BSID. To get the visa to Canada, you have to be DLI, registered with Ministry of Immigration. And we are registered both with Ministry of Education to help to each student to be accepted to Ontario College, to Ontario University, or to any university around the globe. To be in Canada, you have to be DLI, and we are DLI.
Fantastic, Igor. You always so point out on every single detail, and this is why I like you, because you really explain in all details. It's fine, we understand. I just send a short message on the chat system, a very, very short message, and I ask very directly, if you want to have an agreement with Rutherford School, just type down your email address below. Why is that? Because we are now in this Christmas mood. This means its holiday will start in about 2 days. So all the agents who will just write down the email now on the chat system, if they want to have an agreement, we will manage to follow up before the holiday start. All the other we have to wait after, because we will do anyway a follow-up email with all of you. We will send you a copy of the recorded workshop so that you can go through everything, what I say to you today, what Igor is saying, what Mamush is saying. So very, very important. The commission that you will get for all the agents who are with us here today, for the student who study 1 year, is 5,000 Canadian dollar. This is correct. Now let's go to the price. I mean, this is very important. We're talking about Canadian dollar, ladies and gentlemen. Canadian dollar and US dollar are a little bit different. So do not mix the two, because this is very important. As a good Swiss, sometimes I was mixing Canadian US dollar and Australian dollar. So Canadian dollar is a different tuition fee price. So the tuition fee for international students is, thank you very much, is in person 23,900 Canadian dollar, which is 23,900 Canadian dollar. We have to calculate how much is this in US dollar and in English pounds. Can you make this translation, please? Igor, you're very good in calculation, just to have an idea and to compare a foundation program in the UK and the foundation program in Canada. 23,900.
I'm not sure about the rate of today to British pound, but to American dollar, we may reduce 30%. And 30% out of this amount of money is 7,000. Approximately, we are talking about 16,000 American dollars. 23,900 is equivalent to 16,000 American dollars. We are talking about university prep program. If you sign up your student for Ryerson University or York University, so you have an agreement just with Ryerson, or you have an agreement just with the York University, but it's not the fact Ryerson or York University would pay you commission fee. And after the graduation of university pathway in the university, the student may proceed just in the university. What is the big difference between us and designated university pathway? Because after Rutherford School, your students may go to any program. Maybe your students may decide to go to Waterloo, because we may work together to get a good scholarship from the Waterloo University. But in general, Waterloo University is 60,000 every year. But same time, the Seneca College may offer just 17,000 in a year. And your students may decide to go to Seneca College. And here I want to talk with you guys about our specialty. And our specialty is computer programming. Why computer programming? I have my PhD in computer science. I was working in few universities around the globe when I was teaching my students computer science. Today, many of my students decide after Rutherford School to go to computer science software engineering program. I have big number of students who is already graduated from computer programming and get a very good job, and by year of 25 years old, doing more than 100K. I have students from China. I have Jeffrey from China. He was in my school starting his grade 7. He was graduated. Right now, he is in the Queen's University. I have students from Pakistan who decide to go to computer programming of University of Toronto, already graduated from University of Toronto and working in an Uber company, which is headquartered here in Toronto. So what my specialty? I may prepare your students to computer programming education. With computer programming today, if you're going to the website of Indeed and you type Toronto location software engineer, you may recognize how much money people may do. And I need just 1 year to prepare your students to be the specialist with the Meta certificate, with the Microsoft certificate, or with Google certificate. And next year after us, when the student is going to be student of college, we may guarantee part-time job for your students in the computer programming. And this part-time job, very easy, cover expense of the student to be in Canada.
Igor,
this is the very well.
Igor, this is a very important point that you say now, because we're talking about entering Canada, and now everything is clear. They can enter in Canada until the age of 23. All your students will receive a letter of acceptance. They will do the 1 year OSS diploma. During this 1 year, Rutherford School will assist the students as well to get this certificate, which will help them when then they enter into the university to get a job, a part-time job, because as you know, in Canada, you can work part-time during the university.
The study in college university.
Exactly. And this is the fundamental of everything. And this is the only school in Canada who can offer these 2 points, the OSSD, and then this type of certificate, I mean, from Harvard University, not from Mickey Mouse, Harvard University. And this is a very important part, because this will help the student to get a job. Because in the end of the day, all the students will, not all, but I presume the majority of the students, they will looking for a job when they will start into the university program. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a unique opportunity. I saw that around 20-25 agents put down the email address on the chat system if they want to have an agreement directly with Rutherford School. So, very important, if you want to do the same, just type down your email address. This is a very, very important part. Rutherford School was created. Tell me a bit the history of Rutherford School, Igor. You are the founder, so I always like to hear about your history.
Oh, the Rutherford School was created in 2005 when my daughter May, she was in the grade 11 and 12, and we faced some difficulties in the school. For us, it was kind of unfair in the system, and we decided to start operating the own private school. Very fast, from 2005 to 2019, I grew up from 5 students, which is the minimum requirement of Ministry of Education, to 150 students. I was oriented in 2005 just for local Canadian, for students from my neighborhood. We extend the high school program to elementary school program, we extend to daycare, and in 2019, or even before 2019, I start participate in the ISEF, and I start recruit the first international students. Since 2005, more than 500 students already graduated. 500 times I helped to my students to complete the application with OUEC, Ontario University Application Center. I help to my students complete the application with ossd, Ontario College Application Center. I help to my students to be in Manchester University, in the Wien University, in the Strasbourg University. I have my students in the Munich Engineering School, in the Florida University, and so on. This is my experience, and I would very happy to share this experience with you and with your students.
Igor, how many campus you have in Toronto? How many center you have?
Today, we are operating in 2 offices, in 2 campuses. One campus located in the city of Vaughan, and I am living in the city of Vaughan, and Mirnush living in the city of Vaughan. This is the city in a great Toronto area, like a big apple. And starting this summer, we purchased in the midtown of Toronto, the second campus, and we advise adult students who is above of age of 18 to join us for Hallmark Center, which is on Yonge and Shepherd intersection, which is the business heart of Toronto.
Can you show this on Google Street? I remember yesterday I had a short meeting with you, or 2 days ago. Yes.
Mirnush, please.
This is fantastic. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is a selling point. When you speak to your students or to the parents from your students, and you tell them that they will be able to study in this location in Toronto on the Yonge Street. By the way, my son studied there as well, for your information, many years ago, not at Rutherford School, but he studied for an English program at the Yonge Street. So I'm very familiar with Toronto. This is in the heart of Toronto. So it's an excellent location for adult students, logically, as well for younger students. So we will share a copy of the presentation as well to all of you, so you can show this presentation to your students and to your staff, which is very, very important. On top of that, we will organize as well a training session. After the workshop is finished, I will sit down with Igor and we will organizing some training session early in January, so that you can invite your staff to join for the training session, and we will explain you all the selling point to give to your students. In the meantime, I put another questions. Today is my last workshop, so I'm very strong. I put a question down. How many students do you think you are able to register for 2023 for the ossd diploma, the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, adult students? Just type down this. I'm very curious to hear about your note on this. In the meantime, I would like to thank all the agents who joined us today, who joined very late. We are with Rutherford School. Rutherford School is a school who offer the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, which is for adult, but as well a high school. So if you have students in grade 9, in grade 10, in grade 11, in grade 12, they are more than welcome to join Rutherford School. We will do a follow-up email at the end. We will send a copy of the recorded workshop. We will send as well an agreement. So we will work a lot with you by email and sending you all the information. And then in the beginning of January, we will organize as well a training session. Very important to attend the training session, because this will help you to sell to your students. Logically, Rutherford School is as well interested to assist you more on this. If one day you want to organize a workshop online with your students in your home country, and you want to invite Rutherford School or even myself to explain you how to register students at Rutherford School, do not hesitate to contact me. Igor, you were saying before that you attend some of my competitor workshop. I think this is very important, because it will help to starting in the business industry and to welcome international students. But let's go to the next step. I think one of the steps that we are here, because we are all agents, we all want to do business. It's very important, the commission side. So can you please re-explain the commission side one more time, as some agents just came a little bit late, Igor? Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mirnush, please. So, dear colleagues, I understand it very much. It's not easy process to register new students. It's not easy process to do marketing and to do follow-up. We have the full digital marketing academy, because for many years I was working for my local Canadian market. And for local Canadian market, I exercise myself. What do I have to do to work with the Facebook? What do I have to do to work with the Google search engine optimization with my media account? We are agree to share with you our experience, how to do marketing and how to do sales of our product. To sell the product, you have to understand what your client looking for. Your client looking for success, number one. Your client looking to be in Canada, number two. Your client looking for high quality of education, number three. Your client looking for easy job to get more money, number four. To help you with all marketing efforts, to help you with all sales efforts, number one, we guarantee the first year, the commission fee is 5,000 or 20%. The second year, if you register not the adult school, not the adult student, if you register high school student who may stay with us for 2 years, we provide 10% commission fee the next year. If you register with us, somebody who is just in a grade 9 and may stay in a school for 3 years, you will get the first year 5,000, you will get the second year 10%, another 2,500, and you get the third year another 5%. So overall, one student in a grade 9 will bring to budget of your company extra 10K. I believe it's very good. It's very good business model. You may count on us when you are doing your workshops. You may count on us when you are doing your virtual students here. We may come to introduce not just the name of Rutherford School, we may present the name of Seneca College, Centennial College, Humber College, University of Toronto, Waterloo University, because with the diploma of Rutherford School, with Designated Learning Institute, letter of acceptance from us, everybody is welcome to Canada. You want to show up to your potential students the opportunity to be computer programmer. We may explain very well why today it makes sense to be computer programmer, why it makes sense to learn artificial intelligence when you decide to go to be in Canada and you decide to get the job in Canada. Electrical engineering. We have very good experience to prepare people who want to get engineering degree. We have very good experience to prepare people who want to go to nursing school. Nursing school, all grads of the nursing school today is guaranteed job in Canada. Igor. Many people who is graduated from the nursing just transfer to United States because it's a huge demand for nurses.
Igor, this for the nursing is a very important part because I know that the United States, like the UK, is very big in demand at the moment.
On demand. Every day is on demand. Just to be registered, be graduated from university, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Now we get the agents that I know since a long time who are with us today. They are able to send a very high number of adult students for the ossd diploma. I mean, if you're reading, you can find one agent who typed down 100 students for the ossd diploma. I know this because Canada is now in a big demand, and the problem is that the majority of the university in Canada, they are not accepting new agents and do an agreement with the agent. So the only way for many agents, including myself, logically, is to enroll students directly to a program for adults, which is the ossd diploma, the one-year program. It's like a foundation, let's put it like this one, so that they are able to get the commission. This is a very important part for you, ladies and gentlemen. And I know some of you have high school students. What is the greatest advantage for a high school student to go at Rutherford School? But one of the first one, we can say that they have the tuition fee is a little bit lower compared to the competitor. The second point is the accommodation. They have great accommodation in homestay family, and for students, for international students, to have this opportunity to stay by Canadian homestay is great. So they have the experience, the living experience with a Canadian family, and on top of that, they have an international school, and this is a very important part part as well. So there is a lot of advantage in working with Rutherford School for high school students and for adult students. So what I will suggest to everyone, when you have some times, think a little bit how you want to market this concept, because this is very new. Igor just find out with the Minister of Education in the last 10-20 days that they are eligible to welcome adult students, and this will be very important for you because all your students will receive a letter of acceptance. And by the way, I want to say a big thank you to Sarah, which I work together since a long time. She's from Nigeria. She just wrote down that she has 2 students ready to apply for the OSS diploma at Rutherford School. Thank you very much, Sarah, to give me this information. I think this will be a very big help for you as well in Nigeria, because I know that you have a big demand of students who want to go not only in the UK, not only to Europe, but as well to Canada. And this is the bridge. If we can see one more time, Mamouche, the bridge that Rutherford School can offer to the students. They can come here in Rutherford School and be ready to do the program.
And Richard, by the end.
Okay, sorry, we had someone who just was muting themselves. Very important, please remain on mute, moderate. If not, I will get a little bit of confusion. So what I want to say is that the great advantage is you can register your students directly with Rutherford School. They do the 1-year OSS diploma, and then after they will enter into the Canadian university directly as Canadian students. They still will pay the international fee, but they have the priority in entrance because they are calculating as a Canadian student. Another very important point is after 3 years, so let's presume you have some medical students. After 3 or 4 years, your students, because they already done the OSS diploma in Canada, they will become residential in Canada. So that's mean that after 3 or 4 years, they will not pay the international tuition fee, but they will pay the national tuition fee. This is another great advantage financial wise for the parents that they have to know. Maybe you can explain this a bit more, Igor, the great advantage.
And I want to indicate another great advantage. What we started to do this year, dear colleagues, I want to offer international Canadian school in your home country. We have a model, and this model right now we are doing in Turkey. We are working with Ministry of Education in Turkey to get the license to be international Canadian school. Your students in your home country may come to international Canadian school on daily basis from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time, and teachers from Canada through the technology would come to each classroom and teach your students based on a Canadian curriculum. The teacher assistant from the home country would associate students to be always on time, to follow up the teacher requirements. I'm not looking from you to go to any other private school or public school to knock the door of the principal to say, hey, I have a partner in Canada who want to be with you. Usually it doesn't work. We've never been successful to convert the principal of another private school to be our partner. But what we are doing in many countries, by law, it's very easy to register non-inspected private school. In non-inspected private school, from example, in Nigeria, from example, in Afghanistan, people instead of the public school may come to International Canada School to get ossd from home, to continue to complete grade 9 and 10 in 1 year in the home country, to complete grade 11 in the home country, and to be in Canada just in a grade 12 to get more Canadian experience. I believe it's a great opportunity, and if you are the institute like Kumon Center, like English Center, like any other center which is working with many local students, we may work together to establish in your home location International Canadian School. In this case, from the business wise, it's not just commission fee, it's commission plus tuition. We are looking the partnership with you. We are looking forward how we may work together.
This is a very important point, and I want to come to this in 1 second. In the meantime, I have to reply to some of the agents. They ask me, when is the next intake? Can you tell us the next intake, Igor, the next 2 intakes? When is this?
The next coming intake in the February, because we have the 4th semester in a year. So your students may start with us in February on Zoom. In the meantime, we would prepare all documents to be in person in Canada. But don't lose this momentum, because always between us, we have Ministry of Immigration. And from the moment when your students want to be in a Canadian school, up to moment when we got approval from Ministry of Immigration, it takes time. We don't have to wait up to September of 2023. If you have your student who is ready to start right now, we may start it immediately in February 1st.
Thank you.
We may start it on Zoom and continue studies in person after admission of Canadian visa.
Thank you.
Richard, here I want to share some moments out of our school for the agencies to have a better understanding about last few years, what we did. It's a very 1-minute video. It's good to see together.
It's Daniel from China, Anthony from Belarus.
So this is our last few years graduation on Zoom and during the pandemic, in person, before and after. So starting from 2007, we had graduated students. Some great moments with the students and parents. And so Zoom classes, that's very important, because every day we're streaming on Zoom. So if students, they are coming to school, that's good. If they are not, they don't miss any classes. So in this case, they can join on Zoom and they can be in class.
Very nice video, very impressive. Impressive as well the location. I mean, everything is very impressive, and I like the idea about the concept that Igor just explained before. Now, what is the great advantage what Igor said? Let's presume you are located in India, in New Delhi, or in Lagos, or in Beijing, or in Taipei, or in Kathmandu. You have maybe a learning center. And you have the learning center, you offer an English program or French or German, or you offer the IELTS, or you offer the TOEFL. You can easily integrate inside the program from Rutherford School. So that means that the students will start in the late afternoon, and they will be directly connected with Canada, and the teacher from Canada will teach the students. Very, very simple. They can start from grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10. So for you, this will be a completely new business. So you can add value of your business in 2023. And this is how we have to think. And we have to think in a bigger way in 2023. We already did a big step forward in 2022, but now in 2023, we have to go more forward. We have to integrate additional business to our daily business. And this is a great advantage. Because as Igor said, the great advantage is at Rutherford, they can start in February. But if they're not ready in February because of the visa, for example, they can start in February anyway on Zoom, and then when they get the visa in April, in May, in June, they just jump in the plane on Friday. They're arriving in Canada on Saturday, they have 2 days break, and on Monday, they can start again in the school. So this is, we call this rolling application. So rolling application, that's mean you don't have always to worry, oh, no, I have to wait September, I have to wait February 28, I have to wait this date, this date, this date. No. This is rolling application, and this is the win-win of Rutherford School. And as she mentioned now,
Richard, I want to add something else here about Zoom. Many agents who already work with us for a few years, they told us when we are mentioning in letter of acceptance a student already starting studying with us on Zoom, it helps them more chance to get a study permit. So first, because to be on Zoom, they don't need a study permit. So we can engage, parents and the students. So they will start with us. We had very few experience. They were on Zoom with us, but even their study permit was rejected, they still stay with us. So because they were happy with the service we provided to students and family, they didn't change the school. So Zoom is a great opportunity for international student, and here for local student. Canada has a serious winter, 4 to 6 months winter. Wow. Some days they cannot travel. People cannot commute. So we are not closing the school. We ask a student, okay, you cannot come, stay home, stay safe, but be on Zoom and don't miss any classes. So this is a very great advantage.
Yeah, this is
again, if we are talking about the adults, it's very easy to get some part-time job and to be with the program in school. But again, we talk about the adult education. I believe, gentlemen and ladies, more interesting if you have your learning center or you have the connections with another learning center. It's a great integration between learning center in your home country and international Canadian school. The people may be in this international Canadian school as a full-time students from 9 to 2 p.m. every day. The students can be in international Canadian school just part-time students. After the basic hours in the home school, they may come to international Canadian school just twice in a week to get 2 credits. And important, it's not just English, important, not just Canadian experience. The important is all marks with follow-up to Canadian transcript. By graduation from the home school, your students will be graduated with Ontario Secondary School diploma, which again, as Richard explained before, help to your students to be accepted to Canadian college, to be accepted to Canadian university. This year, by myself, I took my Jeffrey student. Jeffrey joined us when he was just in the grade 7. I took Jeffrey to Queen's University. His altogether tuition fee and academic and admission fee, 70K Canadian in a year. And he is not just solo international student in the Queen's University. Many of them, the university is packed. Many students international was rejected because they don't have any Canadian experience. Mirkesh from Iran, he got accepted to Waterloo University just because 1 year he was full-time student with us on Zoom. He was full-time student with us on Zoom, and it helps me to provide the reference letter to him to explain to admission office why it makes sense to admit Mirkesh. Mirkesh today just 2nd year student of the Waterloo University, and he got his in the Waterloo University. They have experience program. They have already half of the year experience program in the Rogers company.
Thank you, Igor. Very important point for all the students who joined late. Very important. When we was talking about the OSS diploma, yes, the school is eligible to issue visa for the OSS diploma. So they will send a letter of acceptance. This was already explained in the beginning of the workshop, but at the end, we will send a follow-up email and we will send the recorded workshop so everyone can go through everything what was spoken today. What I want to add here, which is a very, very important point, is, and we get this question from Zaire, how much time it will take from the application process till the visa granting? Mermush, can you tell us a little bit the timing so that we have an idea?
So the process, let me show you here. The admission process is we have a school registration form which is sitting on website. I can share it with all agency. We need the first step is to fill out this information so we have a better knowledge and understanding about the student. We need if the students coming from grade 9, we need the completion of grade 8 official translated, grade 10 for grade 9. So we need a copy of the passport. We do assess, we do assessment for math and English, interview with the student and parent. So after all, we issue the invoice. After we receive the money, that's very important to know. We accept 50% up to 100% of tuition fee. It's not because of our request, it's because of the immigration, because the officer, if they see you didn't pay for full tuition, they might think you cannot afford it. So it's better to pay full tuition fee. We mentioned this in a letter of acceptance. We issue the receipt of payment, and we give a student access to join Zoom classes until receiving the study permit. So as up to here, if we receive all information, it takes 1 to 2 business days to issue their letter of acceptance and receipt and provide the Zoom access to the student. A study permit is completely different. It's coming from the agency. It depends on the situation. It can be 4 weeks to 8 weeks or even more.
Thank you very much. I think this was a very important point that we have to understand. By the way, every student, when you apply one student, you will do an interview. Is this correct with the students?
Yes.
Yes, we do. We do. We want to understand the academic skills of the student, because each students are different. So we have to prepare ourselves. We are not biggest school. We are a very boutique style school, and we create customized academic plan for each student. So we have to know our student in advance, and if they are fitting in our system and we are capable to accommodate them, so we will accept them.
Can you do me a favor, Memos? Can you put down your email address on the chat system? And it's
Sure.
possible for you to upload an agent's agreement as well, or now?
Yeah.
If it's possible.
Yes.
So,
yes.
ladies and gentlemen, now what happened? What is the next step? The next step is logically to understand if this concept will work for you. If you have students who are interested to study in Canada, and this is a great opportunity for you because you can apply your student for high school, so junior students to high school students, and as well for adult students until the age of 23 in order to get the ossd diploma. And all the students will receive a letter of acceptance. By the way, Igor, you have a very high rate of acceptance, correct, in visa terms?
Absolutely right. If we're talking about all university programs and colleges programs, we learn what we have to do to help students to be accepted to college and university. We have a good ranking in Ministry of Immigration. We don't have rejection, or technically the 99% of students who apply to Ministry of Immigration with the letter of acceptance from Rutherford School got accepted by Ministry of Immigration.
Thank you very much. Memush, can you please upload your email on the chat system on Zoom?
Oh, okay. I did, but I did it not for everyone. Sorry.
For everyone, and as well a copy of the agent's agreement, if you can upload this so everyone can see this. This is very, very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can sign the agreement, you can print it, sign the agreement, and send this back to Mamush directly. And she will now, can you upload the agent's agreement as well?
Sure. I will do it right now.
Fantastic. This is.
But in the meantime, when I'm doing, when I'm uploading the, I will upload our view book, recent view book, which has all information. It's like our mini website they can scan our QRs. They send them to the website with all information. But here I would like to, because we are in holiday season, so I would like to share this YouTube video with everyone here.
From last-minute gift cards to last-minute teddy bears, Walmart's got everything you need to bring the holidays home.
Мы поздравляем всех с наступающим Новым годом. Мы очень хотим вас увидеть в нашей школе. Мы тут говорим на всех языках.
Chag Sameach, and we hope to see you next year.
Yes.
Хочу поздравить всех с
Yes, from
наступающим Новым
Kazakhstan.
годом. Хочу пожелать, чтобы все их заветные мечты сбывались в этом году. Всего наилучшего лучшего.
Happy holidays to everyone from me and my school. I'd like to invite you to join our school. You will meet many new
He
people.
was
many new
graduated from
courses,
school in the age
and
of 16.
You will enjoy different experiences.
Hi, my name is Daniel Tarek, and today I'm here in Canada in Rutherford Private School. I think you should come to this amazing school because at summer they teach very well English, and if you do not have good English, then they can teach you very well. And I hope you have a good holiday. अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम दानियल तारिक है और मैं इधर कनाडा में हूँ रदरफोर्ड प्राइवेट स्कूल में। मुझे चाहिए आप इधर आते समर में because
He is from Saudi.
इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं इधर। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।
Hello everyone, I'm Jeffrey. Happy New Year's. I wish you guys have a great next year.
Those from Vietnam.
Поздравляю всех с Новым годом и всех праздниками. Я хочу вас приглашать в нашу школу. Тут вы увидите много разных и людей, и языков, и все подряд. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Mr. Len. I'm a teacher here at Rutherford Private School. I encourage every one of you from all over the world to come and visit us this summer and join us in our summer English courses. It's a great way to improve your English and also to experience Canadian lifestyle. Ciao a tutti i miei paesani d'Italia, mi chiamo professore Leonardo e ti voglio dire che c'è la possibilità di venire qua in Toronto, Canada, a Rutherford Private School per imparare e di parlare in inglese. Questa è una buona opportunità per crescere e per sapere la vita canadese. Ti mando un saluto, un bacio, ciao!
Nice, very nice wishes from Rutherford School staff, Rutherford School students. And, you know, I always say that our testimonial are our students. If they're happy, then everything is going perfectly. More than that is impossible. So I saw that Mamouche put her email down on the chat system. We're just looking to get a copy of the agent's agreement, if you can upload this as well. If not, we will do a follow-up email anyway with all of you. We will send a copy of the recorded workshop, and Mamouche will send as well a copy of the PowerPoint presentation so that you can share with your students. We will come back to you again anyway for the training session, which is very, very important, and in early January. I will speak with Igor about this later on today, and I will send a short email with you to see when we have the training session. This will help you to recruit students for Canada. I think we're coming to an end now. Lina, maybe if you can give the final speech in Chinese to our Chinese colleague, just be shortcut a little bit so that we can come to an end.
Yes, sure. 那今天我们来到这边的学校的话是加拿大的卢瑟福私立学校，那他们呢是一所成立于2005年的私立学校，现在接收从12岁到23岁的青少年和成人学生。这个的话呢是他们的一个特色，就是很多学校的话，它只会接收到18岁以下的学生，但是这个学校的话呢， 就是18岁以上的成人也可以申请来读他们的 ossd 课程。那学生在拿到 ossd 文凭之后呢，可以申请加拿大本土的名校以及世界各地的名校，他们的升学率一向都是非常的高，而且就是这个签证的通过率的话呢，也是在99%以上。那么学校的话呢，它除了就是线下的校园内的课程的话，它也会有一个线上的 Zoom 的课程。所以的话，就是如果是国际生在申请的过程中，由于等签证耗费的时间比较长的话，是可以先上他们的网上的课程，这个跟他们的本土课程是同步的，然后这样子不会耽误学生的一个课业。然后呢，在他拿到签证以后，我们可以再到加拿大的校园里面来进行就读。那么现在学校给到代理的这个佣金的话呢，是从20%到10%、5%不等。那么第一年的话呢，代理可以拿到20%的佣金，大概就是5000加拿大元。然后的话，下一个他们的招生季的话是在2023年的2月。那么如果您有学生想要去加拿大就读的话，那现在就可以开始申请了。然后的话，他们的学校呢是通过了加拿大移民局官方认证的 DLI， 他们是有在这个系统里面的，所以的话可以合法的为学生提供学生签证的邀请函，帮助学生成功申请到签证。然后他们的计算机专业也是相当的不错的，就是如果是学生今后是想要读计算机专业的话，他们学校是有这个单独的一个计算机的课程，可以帮学生在毕业之前拿到一个计算机的证书。那么有这个证书以后呢，就是申请在当地的一些工作，包括就是平时的 part time 的话，也是非常的方便的，特别是对于成人学生来讲，会有更多的part time 的一个机会。OK， 那待会儿的话，大家如果还有什么问题，或者是想要跟学校进一步交流的话，都可以在留言框里留下你的联系信息。那我们稍后的话也会把这个回放发送给大家。Thank you very much. Please continue.
You're on mute, Richard.
Thank you very much for the great explanation in Chinese, and welcome to the Chinese colleague. I'm looking forward to meet all of you in Beijing in March 2023, and as well in Taiwan in March 2023. So I just put my WeChat down on the chat system. You can always contact me via WeChat without any problem. And I will be more than happy to make in contact with Lina if you're interested, so we can organize a meeting directly with Igor and with you independently from this workshop. What I want to say to all the agents, which is very, very important, Memush, just upload the agent's agreement on the Zoom system. So download this and then send a copy directly to Memush. Do not send it to me, send it to her directly, so she can follow up with you directly as well. And I think that it was a great workshop. We understand some new concept, the business for adults. That means you have now a new partner in Canada where you can send your adult students to Canada, where you will get the commission. Because as we know, many Canadian universities, they don't work with agents directly anymore. So this is a new way in order for you to get the commission at the end of the day and to apply your students for the adult program ossd diploma, but as well for the high school students, if you're interested, because this is a high school, private school, and they welcome a lot of students from international. On top of that, you have the opportunity to create your own learning center or to work with some learning center in your home country and offer the same program directly in your home country. What is very important as well, what we learned from this workshop, is rolling application. Next intake is February and September, but if you have students who will need a longer time to get the visa, they can start on Zoom, and then they can wait until they get the visa and then just take the flight on Friday, fly to Toronto, and start on Monday directly. Thank you, Lina, to put your email on the Zoom. This is very, very important. So the email, the agreement should be sent as well to rutherfordschool.ca, and Mermush just put down the email address where to send the agent's agreement. What I want to say at the end, Canada is a booming market, so we receive regularly a lot of requests from agents who want to enroll students into Canada program. Now you have the opportunity. Do not miss it. Igor, I thank you very, very much. I will give you the word to you at the end. Wait a second. First of all, Mamush, you want to add something for this presentation?
Thank you all for attending this webinar presentation. We are looking forward to meeting you, working with you. And if you have any question, I put the school WhatsApp number. It's easy to communicate on WhatsApp for us, no matter of the time, different time zone. So if you need fast reply, just send us the message on WhatsApp, email, call. We are here to help.
Thank you very much. Lina, you want to add something?
那么今天我们的这个学校的介绍呢，基本上就是到这边了。就是如果您对我们的卢瑟福学校感兴趣的话，
Hello? Hello?
I want to wish to everyone the happy 2023 New Year. The New Year is coming very soon. I want to wish to all of us good luck, and we are here to do business together. And no matter from which part of the globe are you and from what time zone are you, you may count on us as your loyal business partner to help to your students to be in Canada, to help to your business to be successful. Happy New Year. Good luck.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you, Lina. Thank you, Mermush. Thank you very much. I think from my side, I want to thank everyone to join this last workshop of the year. It was great. I saw that many of you put down the email address. If they want to have a direct agreement, please put down your email address so that we can follow up immediately. All the rest will receive a follow-up email with a copy of the recorded workshop. I can see that many, many more from around the world join us today, and I will copy everything and I will forward this directly to Mamush to continue to work with you. So thank you very much. Good health, good business, and see you next year. Bye-bye, Igor. Bye-bye, Mamush.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you next year.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holiday.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, it too. Happy holiday.
I believe someone sent me WhatsApp message right now. Good.
Yeah, we will send also.
Oh,
from
perfect.
Yes. Bye. Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Igor. You take care.
Bye-bye.